to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake.
Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sitting down with my favorite little tea mug from H&M, and H&M Home, honestly, hot tip, have the most beautiful kitchenware, and I'm having my little cleanse tea, which have been my favorite ones lately, but I'm in a little bit of a chatty mood, so I thought we could go through a couple of my favorite daily habits that have really made such huge changes for me in my life and just in the way that I approach different things, to where I would previously have been extremely stressed or just not getting through my to-do list in a day, and now my other approach where I'm just way more calm and really just ticking off things that really matter to me and like my core goals or values and things as well. So I'm going to talk you through 7 of my daily habits which have really worked for me, and I hope that you guys will enjoy. So just a super quick reminder, if you're new here, I am this close to getting to my 10,000 followers, so if you're not subscribed already, please do. I would love to have you be a part of my channel, and I put up 2 new videos every single week. So the first one is how I set out my exercise schedule. Now, I definitely used to be a night owl, like absolutely I could only get workouts done in the evening. I was never someone who could even fathom the idea of like waking up and doing it in the morning, and now that I've swapped to AM workouts, I literally could not imagine it any other way. But to get there, it definitely takes a little bit of planning. It's not like you can literally just set your alarm for 5:30 in the morning tomorrow and miraculously get up if you either don't have the motivation to do that, or maybe you just haven't like got any plan for what you're going to be doing in the morning. So definitely you have probably heard this before, but my absolute #1 top tip is to lay out your workout clothes the night before. And if you're somebody who needs a little bit of extra motivation, or you just really enjoy doing classes, then I would definitely recommend booking into something, because not only have you then made a financial commitment to creating that daily habit, like you have actually set out to go and do that, you've booked into the class, so you're taking up someone's space, you've already paid, let's say $20 for the class, and you've got somewhere to be on time. You can't be there 5 or 10 minutes late. You must be there at 6 a.m. So that's really how I set it out. But I do want to show you something, because the other day on my lunch break, I thought I want to plan out like the best month ever for July, because my birthday is in August. So shout out to all my little fellow Leos who have their birthdays coming up soon. But for me, if I have a really structured plan, I find it so easy to feel motivated to like want to tick off those things. So I literally just made this very average template in Microsoft Word. You could absolutely do it yourself as well. I just searched for like goals in like the standard Word template, and this is what I have set out for myself for July. So I've just made a little bit of a schedule for day to day and all of the weeks that I've written down the side here as well. So for example, I tried an infrared sauna for the first time the other day, and it was so therapeutic, so relaxing, and they have tons of benefits for like detoxing your body and de-stressing, muscle pain, all sorts of things. Like I even want to get my parents into going there, because I just think it's so essential for your health. But I have just bought a 10 class pass to go to this place. It's like around the corner from my home. So that's been really handy, because it just means I've got this other thing to add into my schedule as part of like, I guess, my wellness routine that will then become a new daily habit. So I've booked in for all 4 weeks of July an infrared sauna at 6:30 in the evening after work. So it's great because I'll get home around about 6. I can quickly change into something. I usually just wear like a sports bra and some shorts in there, and then I run off down the road and go and sit in the sauna for half an hour. And not only can you burn quite a few calories, but it's really amazing for, like I said, your skin, your cardiovascular health, and all sorts of other apparent benefits and things that they lay out on their website. And every morning on Monday and Tuesday, I also do a 6 a.m. Pilates class. So I've booked all of that in, and I've also added to my Tuesday evenings just for July that I would like to be doing a walk in the evening as well, which is really bloody hard at the moment if you're in Melbourne, or just, I mean, all across Australia. I feel like this winter is either really cold, or we just like got used to being inside in our track pants because of all the lockdown things. But I want to try and be doing an evening walk just to get moving again and really just kind of add that extra little element into my fitness, because I feel like I want to step it up a little bit before my birthday, and that's just a really easy and calming way to do it. It's not a stressful kind of method of exercise on the body as well. And then I've got like my boxing, weights, HIIT, all sorts of other stuff. I usually take it pretty easy on the weekend, but having that schedule has just meant that I've got a really defined goal to work towards and something super easy to keep me on track. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, which you might have seen in my recent video, is from my little company, the Slow Living Co., which I've made some tote bags for, which some of you bought. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you're still loving them as well. But I have come out with the second product for this, and it is a daily planner, because I am absolutely obsessed with to-do lists. It is something that really just calms my mind, and it helps me feel like I'm really in control of my day when I can kind of lay out all of the different things. So I'm going to go and grab one for you guys, and I'll show you through kind of how I plan out my day and what the important things are for me to be able to tick off my list and just really feel like I've accomplished things, or I can grab some tasks and move them to the following day if I haven't been able to get through it all. So I will link these down below if you guys are interested in picking one up. They are very reasonably priced, and I have been so obsessed with using mine every day because I guess I made it with myself in mind. So it's kind of all of the things that I would like to set out in my day. So I'll give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like, but essentially this is my ideal daily planner. So up here we've got the set your intention section. So setting an intention for the day, whether that be to be productive, calm, kind, like all sorts of things. So it's a little bit different to gratitude. It's kind of like almost like the state or your intention for the day and what's ahead for you. I've also got the date, the weather, your mood. There's a habit section here as well, which is perfect for what we're talking about in this video. So tracking the time you went to sleep, the amount of sleep you got, whether or not you exercised, and if you've worked toward a 10,000 step goal, and also your water intake. And then this little section down here is a meal tracker. So that's something I like to put in if I am just wanting to create some new meal ideas. So it certainly doesn't have to be about anything to do with counting calories or anything, but it's just a really easy way to kind of see what you're putting in your body in the day, so you can have a really holistic overview of your health and well-being. Down the bottom here is a little section for a self-care activity, which I feel like even if it's just 5-minute meditation, a face mask, like allowing yourself to watch your favorite TV show, just something special that you can do for yourself to make sure you feel like you've had some me time for the day. I've also got a little brain dumping notes section here down the bottom. And this part here is the to-do list section with some little boxes so you can check off your tasks as you're done. And honestly, regardless of having my own one or not, it has really transformed my life being able to use to-do lists to just have everything brain dumped out of my mind, so I don't constantly have those worries and just thoughts running around my brain. I just immediately put it down on paper, and it just brings me such a sense of calm. Another thing I'm always going on about on this channel, because I really do believe it helps your body from the inside out in terms of like skin health and just general health and well-being, is to drink more water. So the way that I find that the easiest is alternating between my two favorite drink bottles. So you've probably seen my silly little colorful bottle that I've showed you guys in a few videos, but I take this with me to all my gym and fitness classes because it's just this really easy sippy bottle kind of situation, and it means that if I tip it over, it's not going to spill, because that definitely happens a lot. And yeah, I just find it makes me so happy when I'm getting up in the morning. And then I've got my more sensible PC one for the work days, so it doesn't look too silly on my desk. And this is a timer water bottle. So essentially it is full at the top. You've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and midday where you refill the bottle, and then it also has the afternoon times as well. So this one I just find perfect because, like I said, pop it on your desk. It gives you that reminder visually that you haven't drank enough water by a certain time, so you can have a couple of sips and make sure you're keeping up with a really, really good water intake. So you can find these at tons of places. I'll try and link that one down below for you guys as well, but definitely keep on top of that, because honestly you will just notice the difference in so many ways when you're feeling really well hydrated. Another way that I really like to keep in check with my health and well-being is incorporating some vitamins in my daily routine. And vitamins for me are just an essential way to kind of fill little gaps in my diet where I just feel like I might be lacking something, or I want to increase my intake in something as well. So I wanted to thank today's video sponsor, which is BYHEALTH, and they were kind enough to send me a couple of their vitamins to try. I wanted to show you a couple of the vitamins from the BYHEALTH range, which I've been including in my daily routine to support my overall feeling of wellness. So I'll start off with this one, which is the BYHEALTH Milk Thistle, and this is part of their new Nutrition Pro range in its new futuristic and high-tech look of the packaging. So the Milk Thistle tablet contains milk thistle, turmeric, and inositol, and it has this really unique milky fragrance. Milk thistle is traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to support a healthy liver function. Many of our Western lifestyle factors are closely linked to our liver health, such as drinking alcohol or overindulging in different foods, and therefore complementing some dietary and lifestyle therapies can be really useful. Traceability of where our vitamins come from is really important, and BYHEALTH is one company which is committed to the traceability of their ingredients, including the Milk Thistle herbal supplement. And best of all, the unique threefold formula in the BYHEALTH Milk Thistle tablets is science-backed with all natural ingredients. The next one I wanted to show you is this, which is the Grapeseed supplement. This one is an excellent 3-in-1 tablet which has grapeseed, green tea, and vitamin C. It's an antioxidant which can reduce free radicals formed in the body and support skin health. The last one I have been using as part of my daily routine is the BYHEALTH Collagen, and these are little rose and apple flavored gummies, and they come in a little packet like this of 2 little gummies which you can pop into your bag and take with you. So those are the supplements I have been using from the BYHEALTH range as part of my daily routine. So if you're wanting to find out more, I'll leave all of the information about BYHEALTH in the description box down below with links to all of these different vitamins I've shown you guys. And always read the label, follow the instructions for use, and talk to your healthcare professional. If any of you guys are familiar with Tim Ferriss and maybe listen to his podcast, or maybe you've read a couple of his books, then you would be familiar with the concept of time blocking. But if not, I'll briefly explain it. So time blocking is breaking up your day into what would effectively be called bite-sized little chunks, and it's just the best way that you can go about organizing your time to really reduce a lot of stress and approach your day differently, whether that be in the workplace or in your home life. So for me, having a corporate job where I am working at typical office hours, it's really important for me to structure my day in a way that makes my work outcomes the most effective. So for me, I find that using time blocking strategies can be really good. So I will check my emails in the morning, at lunchtime, and in the evening, because in my role, I guess I have the luxury of not needing to respond like this to a couple of emails. And I know that's not the reality for everybody, but if it is definitely a really effective way to make sure you're giving the best responses and giving your all, but also just not being overly available, because I feel like that is something all of us do with text. You get one and then you feel this urgency to quickly pick up your phone and respond as quick as possible. And honestly, that is what gives me anxiety and what I feel creates such stress, because it's this person needs me to respond yesterday, and the reality is they've just flicked you a text. You could definitely just reply to them in an hour if it's not something urgent. So I apply the same mentality to my emails, and then in that morning block I have a huge time where I can get into a really good flow state and do some really good quality work. Then I've got my lunch break and my checking of emails again. And then in the afternoon, I have the exact same kind of block of hours where I can really just smash out some high quality work. So I also like to apply that in my home life, but I've got a handy little tool for that. So I think I've shown you guys this in a previous video, but basically I bought this little timer cube off Amazon. I think it was maybe $25. If I can find it, I will definitely link it in the description box down below for you. But basically this has a little alarm system on the bottom, and I use this for, well, a mix of things. I guess things that I want to do, like editing videos to put up for you guys, but also things that I absolutely hate doing, like hanging up clothes or maybe cleaning the house when I'm really tired. So for that, I might use the 15-minute side. I will pop on the alarm, and I know that all I can do is the most I can get done in that 15 minutes. Once the timer goes off, even if it's half done, I'm do not care. I've devoted my 15 minutes of time to doing that task. And honestly, you would be surprised. You honestly finish usually within like 10 minutes of what you're doing, because it's kind of like a little game to race against the timer. But I just find this so effective, and also for just having really appropriate breaks as well, so that you can just go for a quick walk, get some fresh air, or just allow yourself a bit of a mental rest. Instead of sitting there glued to your computer for like 2 hours straight, I could use the 60-minute timer, do a bit of video editing, and then just go and take a much needed rest, a little bit of a stretch, and then maybe reset it again. So that is a very handy tool if you are someone who struggles with either concentrating for a set period of time or just overwhelming yourself by feeling like you have to sit somewhere for hours and hours on end with no break. Another tip which has really changed my days, and again, just totally de-stressed me, which is really what I'm all about now. I feel like the last few years have taught us anything, it is to slow down when you need to and really just take a little bit of a break for either your mental or physical health, and just to really de-stress your body as well. So something that I like to do when I am feeling really average is to outsource some tasks that I just cannot get through. So for example, I booked myself a cleaner on Monday night because I found an app which had a special price on it, and I've actually used those people in the past. It's called Urban Company, and I don't have a like sponsorship with them at the moment, unfortunately, but I will link it down below because I do think they offer a really good service for home cleaning. But essentially I'm just paying someone to clean my oven and my bathroom, and that's it. So they're gonna get in there when I get home from work. I can just sit down and chill out or do something like meaningful to me, whether it be reading or video editing, and that person will clean my house for me, which is just so unbelievably relaxing and really just takes that off my plate. Because I feel like lately when I've gotten really busy, certain household things seem to kind of fall by the wayside, and I definitely understand it is a huge privilege to be able to afford to pay for someone to do those little things for me, but I just look at it as outsourcing little things in your life that are just going to really reduce that overall feeling of overwhelm when you just cannot get on top of things in your life. So that to me is a huge form of self-care. If you can kind of just like get some ways where you can outsource particular little things to just take a bit off your own plate. The last daily habit I wanted to share with you, which has really transformed my life and gotten me back into my love of reading books, is to read a chapter a day. So this is a really good one that I'm going to recommend to you guys, and it's because it's a really bite-sized, easy book to get through, and there's a lot of amazing essays in here. So this one is called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest. I will also link that down below for you guys. This is the book here, and basically each chapter is a little essay, and quite a lot of them are broken down into bullet points and things as well, which I don't know about you, but I find that very friendly on the mind when you've been working all day and I just can't get my head around reading something that's a little bit too deep. So this has been a really great book for that, because it just feels so informative, so interesting, and it's a real page turner, and before you know it, you've finished a chapter and you're really chipping away at the book. So that gives me a really great feeling of satisfaction that I'm accomplishing something, which is getting through a couple of the books that I've bought recently. So I'm able to apply that learning in my life and also just have that feeling of, yeah, that I'm doing something really good for myself by furthering my own education and self-development, but not overwhelming myself with it at the same time by trying to crush out a book in a week. It's just allowing yourself 15 minutes a day to maybe read a chapter of the book and just incorporate that in your routine. So for me, that is before I go to sleep for the evening, because it really helps me get in the restful mood where I'm not spending time on my phone. So those are my 7 daily habits that have really changed my life, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and found some useful information. As I said, I will leave the information for the BYHEALTH products in the description box down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.